you know what, John? Fall 2018 officially over with.
It is.
Yeah, that's our first full season.
First full season of anime we've covered
for this channel. Yeah, so it's quite a hallmark for us, I guess.
It kind of feels like we accomplished a little bit of something anyway.
A little bit, but small steps.
I mean,
small steps.
I mean, we're not doing 6 or 7 episode reviews in one episode anymore, so
yeah, it's true.
That's less stress on us,
right? But John, I will say it's been a pretty good season. What do you think?
Yeah. Oh yeah. This has been for me. This has been one of the best seasons. I mean, it didn't have like the best of the best anime in it, but it had some of the top ones.
Yeah, so it had some pretty entertaining stuff. So today, guys, we're going to just talk about our top 3 favorite anime for this last fall season. No spoilers, but we do have reviews for each one of these. So if you guys want to go check out our playlist for them, feel free to do so. But in any case, John, want to go and get started?
Yeah, so let's start. We're going to do our top 3 like we said. We'll just start at number 3. Okay. And for me, that was Sword Art Online Alicization. It was a pretty decent entry in this Sword Art series. The Sword Art series has kind of been up and down with its shows a little bit. It's never, like I've said many times, never going to live up to that very first season of Sword Art Online. But this one actually, it has potential. It has pacing issues, and we've talked about how it'll sometimes have a really action-filled episode, and sometimes we're just sitting there looking at the item level of some tree or who knows what. And,
right.
So it kind of picks its moments whenever it just kind of loses focus and kind of forgets how to move the story forward without being too over informational even sometimes. But number 3 for me would be Sword Art Online. And what was your number 3, Richard?
My number 3, it was kind of hard for me to decide, but I end up going with Goblin Slayer.
Okay.
As I mentioned in all our other different reviews, I'd read the manga before, and I think maybe reading that might have spoiled me a little bit for it. Not so much in terms of the story, but more just because I felt that the manga did a better job of presenting the story for what it was. But even still, it was still fun to watch. The animation was really good. It had some of my favorite voice actors and actresses in there. So, again, for what it was interesting. I think, I'd probably keep that at my number 3.
Number 3?
Yeah,
okay.
So, what about your number 2, John?
Number 2, that time I was reincarnated as a slime, or Tensura, as we've been calling it. So, that one for me blindsided me because I had never heard of it. Obviously you had read it. I didn't, I guess, go into it expecting to like it. Honestly, okay. I was just kind of like, oh, reincarnated as a slime.
Here's another isekai.
I mean, sure, isekais, I love them, but this one just kind of threw me off as like, well, I don't know. I just, there was something about maybe just the name. Maybe it was the full long title that I was just like, well, it's not grabbing my attention, but you know.
That's why they shortened it. They were like, oh, Tensura.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Now we can grab John's attention with Tensura.
Yeah, I mean, if it was something like that time I was reincarnated as a demon lord, I'd been like, oh, okay. Really? A demon lord, or how not to summon a demon lord. That one, there's all kinds of titles like that just like grab your attention. It's like, hey, you need to pay attention to this. You're in for a wild ride. Well, that time I was reincarnated as a slime, I'm just like, oh, so somebody must have had a really good life and then got punished. Kind of feels like the Tanya evil or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, I mean, is this character going to be punished? What's going on? They get turned into a slime. So does everyone step on them? Are they going to be a puddle for half the series? What is all this?
Right.
But yeah, it turned around, really surprised me. Just the way they treated it, really just great. I was really surprised. I really enjoy it. If you haven't watched it, definitely go out and check it out. We've got reviews for it. Mm-hmm. I think you might have mentioned already, all these ones we're actually going to have on our top 3 list are in our reviews. So, not to be biased, but that's a lot of what we watched this season.
Right.
So, So what was your number 2?
My number 2 actually was Zombieland Saga. We talked about this in our reviews as well, that, you had started doing reviews on this, I remember when we did the preview for it, we saw it on there, but it didn't really say much of anything.
Yeah.
But you said you were going to watch it, and I was just kind of like, whatever. But then as weeks went by, as you put out more reviews for it, I was just like, okay, you know what? I want to pick this up. I'm going to go watch it. So, and it was much like what you said with Tensura, ended up being a huge surprise. It was really fun to watch. The characters were really interesting. And really, the characters kind of really just drove that series. The manager, he's crazy, but you could tell he kind of cares a little bit. And even someone like tae-chan, she doesn't really speak a whole lot, or not at all really, but the way that she does what she does, it still gives her a lot of character. And she was actually voiced by the lady that did Sailor Moon, back in the day. And so here you got this legendary voice actress doing this kind of character, and it's like, what is even going on here? But it worked out great. It was a great series. I would say, though, my only complaint was maybe the last couple episodes, which I'm not going to spoil here. Go watch a review. But basically, I found the last couple episodes a little hard to get through because of the character arc, essentially, that they were focusing on.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but
I could see that.
Honestly, it was still a fun series, still excellent, and I highly recommend it. So
yeah.
So what about number one, John?
All right, so number one, I'm just gonna kind of take that, and my number one was actually Zombieland Saga, just for the fact that it has some really great main characters, mainly Truck Kun.
Right.
That was the driving force in this series.
Multiple times.
He definitely moved that story along in many different ways.
Right. Well, no, he moved it along in one direction.
Well, in one direction.
From right to left, essentially.
Every time. And so really just had a blast with this series. If you know me, I love comedy animes, just something really light, upbeat. That's, just love it. So something like this, I really just enjoyed most of the entire series, the whole entire time. It was just something great, something new, something clever going on. Even the fact that it had no source material or no manga to base this off of, I thought that was pretty impressive because, it's not too often anymore that we get an anime before a manga or just a standalone anime. It's that's just not kind of how anime is structured anymore. It used to kind of be like that, but it's a nice, refreshing. It was a refreshing anime to watch. So,
and I not to interrupt you, but another thing I was thinking too, it's one of those kind of animes where you don't have to be specifically, you don't have to like a specific type of anime or story even to watch this. You could show this to just about anybody.
Yeah. I think maybe we didn't even mention that before. This is a great starter anime.
Yeah, exactly.
To kind of get people into anime. So stuff like that. Another one I believe is a good starter anime has been Death Note, and different ones. And they have a certain genre they are just able to kind of just pick somebody up off the street, basically, and without Truck hitting them, it drags them into anime and they get addicted. So I really think for me in this fall 2018 season, Zombieland Saga really was my favorite to watch, and especially to review because I got to watch it over and over again to kind of get notes done and things like that. So, for your top. Or your top.
My number
one of fall 2018. What'd you have?
It's funny because our number one and number two are kind of flip flopped.
Yes.
So my number one was actually Tensura. That was the one that, of all the different animes that we were watching, or that I was watching, throughout the season, that was the one that I was especially looking forward to. I would get home, every Monday. It's like, okay, Tensura time. Let's go watch this. So much like the Goblin Slayer, I had read Tensura before, the manga rather, and it, unlike Goblin Slayer, I felt like they did a very good adaptation with this story. Of course, there's different themes going on with both stories, but Tensura, I felt they got the characters down right. The only, I guess, complaint I would have had was the animations felt a little off just because of the fact that I was more used to what it looked like in the manga, but it wasn't so off-putting to where like it hampered my enjoyment of the series, you know. So yeah, I still really enjoyed that from beginning to end, and it looks like we're still going to get another season of it. So give it.
Awesome.
I want to watch it. I want to watch it right now. Give it to me right now. So. But with that, guys, that's going to be the end of this this video. And what were your all's top 3 or top 5 or even just top anime for this fall season?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments below.
If you enjoyed our reviews, if you enjoyed our channel, if you enjoyed this top 3 video, consider subscribing to our channel because we're definitely going to have a lot of new content on the way when the Winter 19 season starts up. So thank you guys for watching.